you find yourself fishing in tiny rivers with lots of cover and you're getting stuck in the trees, then let's learn the bow and arrow cast. Now the bow and arrow cast is a really good one to know for fishing in tight cover. If you can't get a normal false cast in tight trees, or you've got lots of sticks behind you, or if you want to get a cast right back under some trees, bow and arrow cast is perfect for that. Now the bow and arrow cast is unique in that it's not really even a cast. So what you're going to do to start, you're going to take, I don't know, a rod length and a half of line out of the tip and grab the fly in your left hand. Next, you want to point the rod exactly where you want the fly to land, with no tension yet. Once that rod's pointed where you want to go, add tension into the line with your left hand, spreading your arms and spreading your hands apart like this, and bending the rod and adding tension and using the spring of the rod to add tension into the leader. Once you're ready to go, you want to have this leader pointed exactly where you want to go, and all you do, nothing with your right hand, all you want to do is just let go with your left. I didn't do anything with my right hand, all I did was let go with my left hand, and the bend of the rod springs that fly out and lands exactly where you want. The beauty of the bow and arrow cast is because there's no back cast and it's a very shallow trajectory to the water, that means I can tuck flies right in under timber or right in under bushes if you can see a fish, or if you want to fish a nice little riffle under a tree. A couple of disadvantages though, it only works at really short range. You can try and lengthen it out a little bit more, but you can only spread your arms so far. Like that's too far, I can't add enough tension into the rod, so I'd have to shorten up there and then I can get tension. But that's not the idea of the bow and arrow cast. If we're fishing tiny rivers in small cover, we don't need to be casting far. We'll probably stalk up and get within a rod length of the fish anyway. A word of warning with the bow and arrow cast is because you're holding the fly and letting it go under a lot of tension, it's very easy to prick yourself in the finger or the back of the head. One thing you don't want to do, once you're up here, is have your hand straight above your head, because that's when you're going to potentially get yourself in the back of the head. The other thing to try and avoid is not sticking yourself in the finger. Now because we're holding onto the fly, as I grip the fly, I'm not actually just grabbing the whole thing wherever I want. I'm holding it in the very tip of my fingers and making sure that hook point is exposed from my fingers. So even if I let go wrong, or if it slips while I'm here and setting up, there's no way I'm gonna get myself stuck. If I hold the entire fly and let go, there's a chance under tension that's gonna catch in your thumb and you'll know about it pretty quick. So make sure you hold the fly at the bend of the hook. Now the bow and arrow cast works really well for dry flies and dry droppers is probably the two techniques I'd use it for. And make sure when you're holding that fly, it's the last fly. So if you've got a single dry, obviously hold that. If you've got a nymph hanging off the dry, hold the nymph, whatever's last in the setup, and then let it all go. Now the bow and arrow is a pretty showy cast. You're not going to use it all the time, but it's good to know in the situations where you need to get right under trees. On a river like this, it's probably not the right cast at all. I've got plenty of back casting room, I can false cast nicely, but in really tight twig water, the bow and arrow cast is perfect. So that's the bow and arrow cast, give it a crack. It's super fun when you catch a fish off a bow and arrow cast, especially if you can see the fish, popping it in there, and then once the fly's in there, you've got to figure out how to fight the fish under the trees. I'll let you guys figure that out for yourselves.